Hello, my people. It's your girl, Lady DG. Listen, I am back. I am so sorry for the small hiatus. A lot has been going on. I don't know if I mentioned it or had expressed to you guys that my husband and I built a home. It's been 1 year. I did tell you that the channel would be about DIYs and makeup and a bunch of other stuff. But before I get into that, I'm sorry, where's my head at, right? How you doing? How you feel? If you are new here, welcome. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you don't, that's okay. And for those that are returning, welcome back. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm so sorry again for the small break, but we're gonna get right into this video. So there will be some voiceover and me talking. This is my first DIY that I'm posting for you guys. Not my first DIY that I've done, but my first DIY that I'm posting. I have a ton of DIY projects. Like, I can't even begin to tell you guys. I'm in my kitchen right now. You see those vases? I don't know if you could see them for real. But I did those. Like, it's a lot of DIYs happening, okay, people? But I promise to try to show you all of the things that I've done at some time or another. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Get into it. Let's get into it. Hey, y'all. I'm back. It's your girl, Lady D. How y'all doing? Lady DG is here in the lab again, the garage. And today we are going to be working on this project. My upstairs hallway has a pretty long hallway, and it's got a ledge off of the stairwell. And I wanted a sofa table because I have to put a mirror up on the wall. So I want a sofa table for under the mirror. So I found this sofa table, inserts picture, on Marketplace for about, I think I got it for 40 bucks. 40 bucks. So what I have done is I have reimagined what I want to do, because if I looked before, I want to change it. So I'm so glad to have you, all of you. I want to repurpose this table, redo this table, because it's gonna be used for the same purpose, but I'm gonna redo the table to fit my style. And so let's get started with that. So give me 1 second and I will turn this around and show you. I have it separated already. So what I've done so far is I've already taken the legs. Well, Jason, my husband, took the legs off the table for me. I am spray painting those black with the Rust-Oleum hammered spray, okay? So I'm gonna spray paint those black. And then the top, I'm gonna do something really cool and funky. I'm gonna cut about 4 inches off. So let me show you what I mean. Give me a sec. Okay, y'all, so unfortunately, some of that video got clipped and I wasn't able to show you the table yet. But right here, I'm showing you the Rust-Oleum Hammered Black for the legs. We are going to spray paint those. I have already started to spray paint them and get those nice and black. And I will show you the table shortly. All right? Okay, y'all, so I'm back and I have figured it out what order that I am going to do this whole project in. All right, so here is the top. I have my Ryobi circular saw, corded, 7 1/4 inch blade attached to a Kreg rip cut guide. So if this is something that you guys have access to, or you could just use a circular saw if you're good with like straight edges. I am not, so I use this guide. All right, I'm going to be taking about 5 inches off the side of this top. So we're going to go down this way first and then flip it and go down the other side to get the whole thing off. So here we go. All right, so we are cutting down that one side. Make sure you have your safety goggles on. I did hit a hiccup because there were screws coming out of that side. I'm going to call my husband and he's going to help me turn it over. Or I may turn it over. Yeah, turn it over by myself. And then I am going to do the same thing on the other side. I wiped it down so that I could see what I was doing a little bit better. Cut down the other side. And I hit a snag, y'all. You'll see in just a moment. It was still connected in the middle. So I'm going to call Jason to help me out. Let's unplug again. And something is still connected. So hold on, I got to do some investigation. Jay, come. So help me turn it on the side. Something is still connected, and I want to say it's in that very middle. It is. You see it? It's fit in there. Yeah. Y'all, this is what happens. It's just that spot too.
It's spot on each side.
Yeah, right here.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I am now gonna have to plug up my orbital jig tool. It's a multi-function tool. There is a connection in the middle on both sides. This part, I apologize. Okay, I had to call in the reinforcements. My husband with the elbow strength, I guess, to cut through. So there's the two pieces. The piece I'm gonna use and the piece I am not going to use. So give me a minute. Let me get all of this dust blowed out of here and cleaned up. Well, no, I'm probably going to sand first. So give me a sec. All right, y'all. So here I'm literally just sanding the entire piece. When you apply anything to wood or materials, you want to make sure that you rough that surface up so that it takes or holds on to whatever it is that you are applying next. So like if you're doing something with epoxy, or you're doing something with glue, or you're doing something with paint, or you're doing something with stain, when you rough up the surface, it actually holds on to the product better. It soaks up the product better. It takes up the product better. So I hope that makes sense. So yeah, here, like I said, just roughing up the surface for my next step. After that, you're gonna see me blow out the garage, try to get some of that sawdust, some of that dust out of the area. Just trying to clean up a little bit as we go, because it does create a lot of dust, like a lot of dust. So doing that, that's about it. And then I've unplugged all of my tools and we'll get into the next part. Just to make sure I have everything off of it. So I wish I had some tack cloth, but I don't. Don't mind the hammer pants. So lint-free rag, and we're just gonna wipe it down. Ooh. I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I have some 1x6x8s. And I need to cut them down to 5 inches instead of 6 across. So this is a 1 inch this way by 6 inch by 8 feet, okay? So I need that 6 inches to be 5 inches for the sides of the table. So scratch that. So I did not cut it down to the 5 inches. I left it at 6 inches. So you'll see at the end, because it really wasn't noticeable for the legs once we attached them. All right, so I'm trying to adjust the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. I failed epically. Sorry. So you see me trying to figure out measurements in my head. Again, this was not thought out like it should have been. But I'm gonna cut the board 4 feet 2 inches, and you'll see why. And the reason I'm gonna cut 2 boards instead of cutting 1 8-foot board, because we gotta make up for that 2 inches. And then I will cut the sides off of one of these as well. The sides, I believe, I just cut down to, hold on, I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, the sides are now about 11 inches. Yeah, right at 11 inches. So I will cut the 11 inches on the ends of both boards, okay? Alright, y'all, I'm sparing you some of the extra. Right now, I think I'm gonna be lazy, try to do it the easy way, and just cut those boards into that 4'2" board with the circular saw. But because your girl does not have a workbench yet, it wasn't steady enough. I did manage to get one board cut with the circular saw. But after that, I definitely go over to the table saw because it's more steady, a little easier, just to keep the measurements, keep the piece, the board held in place. This probably ain't safe the way I'm doing it right now, but it got the job done. So now you're gonna see me take that board and fit it up to the side of the table to make sure it is the right length with the inch on each side to account for the board that's going on the side. They have it. So much easier. So this piece and this piece, same height. This is the 50 inches. All right, so now on the sides, what did I say? Look. Now I have to measure the sides to cut the other boards to length. Okay? I might actually get down this one piece that's left on. So always not like when let's get more. So this is like literally 11 inches or 11 and 15/16. Crazy. I'm sorry, 10 and 15/16. So I'm gonna cut it to 11 inches. It might be 16th of an inch. Let me see how bad this is gonna be. Let me try. I'm gonna cut it to 10 and 15/16. So I am not off. Measure twice, cut one. Let's see. Make sure that lines up on the table saw. Yeah. Inside. I am sure that there are easier ways to do this, y'all. But I am a beginning DIYer, so I'm having fun. And just doing what makes sense to me, because I'm nobody's carpenter, nobody's woodworker, but okay. Same thing. So these pieces, my leftover pieces, I will sit in the wood snackyard over in my corner, in the corner of the garage. Alright guys, so I got sidetracked a little bit. The phone died, I took a little break, I was cooking, sorry, but I'm back. Okay, so I have, the last step we left off was cutting the boards. I've cut the boards to fit. I am thinking about leaving the 1-inch lip. I'll see how it looks afterwards, because I can always take the circular saw and cut it off if I need to. Or the jigsaw. I can cut it off if I need to. So I'm gonna change the angle of the camera so that you guys can see what I'm doing next and what I'm using and how I'm gonna get these boards on the table itself. Okay? Garage light. So give me a second and I will change the angle. All right, guys, so we are on to the next step. And I changed the angle so that you could see what I have and what I'm doing. I'm gonna set these to the side. We'll talk about them later, but these are some 5-gallon paint stirrers that we're gonna use to do our herringbone pattern. This is a caulk gun with Liquid Nails Fuse It Max, I'm sorry. Hopefully you can see that. Fuse It Max. It bonds to anything: metal, glass, plastic, wood, subfloor, ceramic, marble, mirrors, foam board, landscape block, granite, rubber, and more. Super, super strong adhesive. Of course, I've got the boards. I have some 12-inch bar clamps. And then I have this one, I think this is a 16-inch one. I don't even know. I might use this for the sides. So that's that. And I've got about 4 of these. And I'm keeping the top of the cardboard that came on the clamps to spread the Fuse It out. So first I'm gonna look at my boards. I'm gonna see which straight edge side I would like to use first. And I'm thinking it's gonna be this one on this side. This one on this side. So I'm gonna lay that like that. And then on this side, let's probably try, yeah, that one. That one on this side. All right, y'all, so I'm just taking those edges, make sure I have it lined up where I want it. I'm taking that Liquid Nails, Fuse It, spreading it out with that piece of cardboard, and then I'm gonna attach the 2 short sides first, and then I will do the same thing with the long sides. You want to press and hold it for a little while so that it doesn't move. It's set where you want it to set. You can use those clamps. But I had an issue when I was trying to use the clamps. I forgot that I left that 1 inch on the bottom. Remember earlier I told you guys that the boards were 1x6. The height of the tabletop is only 5 inches, so I still had that 1 inch lip. So when I tried to put the clamp on it was giving me a little bit of an issue, I'm not gonna lie, but we made it work. You'll see. And so right there, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, so you can see that lip right here. You see how the 1 inch on the bottom hangs out a little. So I picked the side of the grain that I like the most because yes, I will be staining these pieces of board once it's attached to the colors I like. Make you a nice little bead. Listen, this liquid, that liquid Fuse It, it's the truth. This table is like solid. So I am not mad. I'm not mad at it at all. So yeah, y'all, I mean, I hope you're enjoying it so far. I know it's gonna be kind of a long video, but I took a lot of breaks. I'm not gonna lie. Oops, see, it's starting to shift. I had to adjust. Don't do it, Cletus. Don't do it. Oh God. You'll see me, I'll use some weight to kind of just hold everything together. You'll see once I get the beads, the beads of adhesive on the side of the table. I'll use some weight via some paint cans and stuff I have around the garage to hold those boards down to make sure everything seals nice and tightly. You will see me just make sure I have the edges the way I like it. Oh, that's right. I miscut, so I had to go back over to the table saw and cut off a little bit. I think it was 1 inch. I had to cut off of that board because it wasn't lining up. So I went back over to the table saw, cut off 1 inch of the board, and then lined it back up. So all right, y'all, so we are back, and it is the next day. Now, like I said, hold it in place. Hold it for a little while. Not a full see, I tried fidgeting with the clamps, and I was like, oh, but no, because of the lip. And then those 12-inch clamps were not enough. So I did use that 16-inch clamp on one side. I was able to get it adjusted, tightened down on the one side. And for the other side, again, I just used some weight, some paint can weight. To the side because we're going to move on to the next piece, but I definitely wanted to. So that's all we did there. Make sure everything lines up. What it's looking like. So let me get I was trying though. I extended them jokers out as far as I could get it, trying to see if I could catch a corner or anything. It just would not. So yeah, that's my bad. I should have worked some longer clamps. But you learn. So yeah, we're going to use these good old paint cans. Some weight. So I'll stand it up so you guys can see a little better. But this is what, okay. This is what the top is looking like so far. This is the top of the sofa table. I have some other things that I'm going to do with it. So I'm just going to move this out the way for now, and we'll come back to it, okay? I'm also going to be moving everything off the top of here. These are kind of just some totes that I work on until I get my workbench and workstation. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. I'm just gonna put this stuff out of the way. All right, this area. I'm gonna turn this over, and I just kind of wanted to take a look at it, see if there were any gaps that I needed to fill. I was thinking I would at first, but I am gonna cover the top, so I don't need to fill any gaps, and that's what I'm talking about. And getting my life together, making sure everything still looks lined up, and how I can fix anything that I need to fix on. But this is a bucket of paint stirrers. It's probably about 60 paint stirrers in here. And what we are going to do is we are going to be staining them 4 different colors, and letting them dry. And then once they are dry, we are going to be adhering them to the top of the sofa table in a hexagon pattern, I think. I think we're going to go hexagon pattern. or a chevron pattern or some sort of pattern. I don't know. I don't know which one I like better. We'll see. All right, you guys. So I have got all of the paint stirrers, not all of them, 60 of them laid out. I have extras in case I need extra. I have 13 extra. I'm gonna be using 4 different stains, and I will show you the stain colors here in a moment. I'm gonna get them open. Again, please put on clothes that you don't care about. Well, let me show you them before I open them, okay? So I have got 4 different colors. This is called, y'all, if y'all are wondering why I do most of my projects sitting, I have a bad knee and it's been acting up, but we're not gonna talk about that. So don't think I'm just being lazy, okay? And if I was, that's my business. Rust-Oleum Weathered Gray. It's a cool gray color. I then have Rust-Oleum's Kona, which is a dark wood color. Can you see that? And then I have Varethane's Weathered Oak. So Weathered Gray, Weathered Oak. It's a lighter, blonder wood color with like hints of gray. And then my last one is probably one of my favorites. It is also kind of a dark but a little lighter than the Kona. This is called Jacobine by Varathane. So I am going to probably do 1.5 totes in Weathered Gray, because that's the one I like the most. 1.5 totes in Kona, which is the darker wood color. 1.5 totes, you know, in the Jacobine, and then 1.5 totes in the Weathered Oak. So all right, y'all, I was talking a lot in this video, in this recording. So right there, I am just showing you the paint stirrers that I got. They are from Walmart. They come in a 3-pack that are like $1.12 or $1.13 for 3. I was saying that I've seen DIYers and people do projects with the like popsicle sticks, and I knew I wanted my top to be a little bit thicker. So I said, what could I use? So I saw those in Walmart and I was like, huh, I can use those. So that's what I decided to do. Right now I'm doing the Weathered Oak color. It's a blonde color. it really didn't change the color of the paint stirrers. If anything, it just made it look a little more worn, but you could see the difference a little bit in that. And so, yep, with stain, you can brush stain on and you can wipe stain on depending on the type of stain you get to. Some stains come stain and poly in one. This is just basic, this is just stain. So I prefer to use a rag to wipe on and let the wood soak up the color, and then wipe off any excess if I need to. But yeah, so you just wipe it on. Make sure you wear your gloves. Wear some clothes that you really don't care nothing about, just in case you get something on you. And then go from there. So we're just gonna stain all 4 sets. I know I have 6 totes out there now, but I got about 60 of the sticks, as I said before. So I'm gonna do 15 in each color. So I'll condense those. Yeah, so I had to give that disclaimer about my knee, because I don't want y'all coming for me in the comments talking about her lazy big self, don't get up off that chair. No, my knee hurts. I will get up if I need to, and if I had a workstation, but because I don't have a workstation yet and I'm doing everything so low, I sit in the chair. But this knee be giving me business. Do you hear me? You want to make sure that you mix up your stains. I know I used to like shake the can, and I thought that would do it, until one day I actually like went to stir, and I was like, oh, it's sediment, you know, the color and stuff, the chemicals, it settles to the bottom. So that's what you see me doing with that metal stick, just kind of making sure I stir the bottom of those cans to get the color, the most vibrant color, I should say, and that the stain is doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, so that is the weathered gray color now. You see the difference, y'all. If there are any other projects, so my style is like country farmhouse, rustic, modern. If there's anything that you see or have seen that you think I might like and will take a stab at, I sure would. Send me the video, send me the link, send me a picture, something, so I could see it. But yeah, that's definitely my style. But yeah, we're just gonna keep staining sticks. I don't think I'm gonna show you I don't know. We'll get through the process of staining the sticks, and then we'll see. We'll speed it up. We'll probably fast forward to having all 4 colors done, because I'm really just doing the same process with all 4 colors. All right. All right, here is all 4 colors. I just wanted to show you on a paint stick what the 4 different colors look like, so you could see, and it would make a little more sense to you. So that is the weathered gray, the weathered oak, the no, that's the Kona, and then the Jacobean. So you can see them. So y'all, I'm so sorry. I did not record me laying the popsicle sticks down in the pattern, but I really just started with the V and then switched up colors. Jason and I kind of went color by color to see which one we liked the most, and how we saw, you know, how it laid and which one we wanted next, and kind of just glued it down with the liquid nails, fuse it again. So what you see me doing here is cutting off the excess paint stirrer stick. So using my jigsaw, Ryobi jigsaw, cutting off that excess. And then you will see what the tabletop looks like. Pretty cool herringbone. I keep saying hexagon, but it's a herringbone pattern. I think that's what they call it. Yeah. So you're looking at the base. That's pretty much it. I'm going to stain the sides. And then we will reattach the legs. So on those very corners, I take a piece and I cut off some wood and make sure that I have little triangles. I use a marker to just kind of trace out the triangles and then cut those pieces off. And then I'm gonna sand the top of this, sand the sides, make sure everything is smooth, no shards or splinters. And yeah, that is the tabletop, y'all. And you'll see me stain the sides later.
We'll be right there now.
All right, so you see me cutting out corners, y'all. I gotta cover those corners. I am now sanding the side, sanding the top, making sure it's smooth. Like I said, no splinters or anything like that. Yeah. This bad boy is done. There is a full picture, full view of the top. All right, everyone. So, final reveal of the table. I know it has been a little while, but it is finally complete. And
all right, y'all. So
this is me finishing up staining the sides. I chose, but the only thing that I didn't film,
Jacobean for the short sides and weathered gray for the long sides. I like how it
drilling
looks.
the holes for the screws of the legs and putting the legs on. Everything else I have filmed for you guys.
That's what kids do.
So I have put it in its space, in its spot where I want it to go.
Like
so give me a second. I am going to show you
Jacobean,
where it should be, where it is. It's upstairs in my upstairs hallway.
Oh my God, I'm so
I have a mirror there. You'll see. So it's in my upstairs hallway. There's a painting on this side, but on this side,
finished product,
there's just the mirror and the table. I'm going to put this on top of the table, probably with a couple of other things that I haven't figured it out yet, but this is the space I made it for. So I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, I'm going to try to show you, but let me just walk around and show you guys. So remember, we sprayed the legs black. We did Jacobean on the sides, the short sides, and then that weathered gray on the long sides. Do you guys love? Oh my God. I did coat the top. That's the other thing I did not film. I coated the top with a semi-gloss poly. Nothing crazy bright or shiny. It still has some texture, but is not rough at all. It's completely smoothed out. So yes, legs again, that hammered gray. I still know some spots where I messed up, but it's for the house, so we're not gonna point it out. But you could probably see it right here where I forgot to sand down the wood glue. It's okay, and I still stained over it, so it's not too bad. But that's that side. So here is the final look. Again, this is in my upstairs hallway. And I hope you guys love the video.